Hey, it's Alvin from Priceline Pharmacy West Brunswick, and today we just got we're doing this regular Fridays question and answer sessions here on Facebook. So if you have any questions, we'll do our very best to answer them for you, and if you're popping on live, we can answer them for you as well. So some of the questions that users or our fans have put through this week, and we'll just go through them. So one of the first questions that were asked of us this week was, why do people need to show their driver's license when they buy codeine? So this is a recommendation with the government making codeine go on prescription next year from February 2018. So as part of their management process, we're participating in a program where we're recording everyone's codeine details. So it's totally optional, but we ask that you do it, and it just helps us build a case to the government on whether to show that people aren't abusing codeine. So the whole deal with codeine is a lot of people, the government think a lot of people are abusing it, and it's not really the best therapy for people. So that's why we're recording codeine. So when you come into the pharmacy, we may ask you for your driver's license, and your help is pretty appreciated. So we've got a question here from Kathy, and she says, I've lost my voice, what can I do? So this is a pretty common question that we're getting now. One of the main ways to help with a lost voice is just to soothe the throat by using a lozenge. So Kathy, that's what I would do. I would use a lozenge, and please make sure you come in and see us, because there are so many different types of lozenges. We can help you choose the right one. The question that here by Joseph. So Joseph has got here, with all this pollen and the asthma scare from last year, what should I be doing? So this is happening a lot now. What we're seeing is with the change in seasons with the pollen, and there's lots of micropollen around, that's causing people with hay fever to have these really, really severe asthma attacks. So what we're recommending is to keep an Asmol or a Ventolin or asthma inhaler with you, and that'll help relieve some of your symptoms. So with an asthma inhaler, if you come in, if you haven't used one before, we can show you how to use it, and it's good to have on hand just in case your breathing becomes really, really difficult. I've got a question here from Waleed. Waleed's asking us how we treat gastro and food poisoning. So I'm hoping you're feeling better, Waleed. So, it's such an individual treatment response. So without knowing your full situation, this is what I'd be recommending. So the main thing is, one, to make sure that you get onto some fluid replacement. And I'm assuming this is for yourself, Waleed, and you look like an adult. So let's get onto a fluid replacement. So using something like Gastrolite or Hydrolite to just replenish all the fluids that you've lost. And also using some probiotics. So probiotics are good bacteria which you pump back into your system that will get rid of all the naughty bugs and also allow your gut to heal really quickly. And depending on whether you have a temperature or not, we'll be giving something to block you up, like some Imodium and that kind of thing. So that's what I'd be recommending there for you, Waleed. We've got a question here from Jessica, and she wants to know why scripts take so long to get done. That's a really good question, Jessica. So you may have seen one of my other videos on the whole dispensing process, and it might be a good idea if I might do another video on that to show you a pictorial representation of what goes on in the dispensary. So basically, your scripts take 10 minutes because, one, we take in your script. We then need to check all your details. We need to make sure that we can read the doctor's handwriting, make sure that the medication the doctor has prescribed for you is safe for you to use. There's no interactions and that kind of thing. You've got to make sure it's suitable. And then we dispense the medication, so that means putting it through our computer system and then labeling it and making sure we get the correct product off the shelf. Along the way, we're checking all the time. If it's a dose that we're concerned about, we need to check our references for that. So that takes up a little bit of time. And then after we label them, we put it on the shelf. And of course, notwithstanding there may be people before you whose scripts are coming first. So great question there. So guys, we hope to be doing this every Friday, so at about 10 o'clock. So if you have any questions, please put them up on our Facebook page during the week, and we'll do our very best to answer them. So just want a disclaimer at the end, we always want you to seek medical advice. We're just doing our best to give general advice over here. And if your symptoms persist, please always contact your healthcare professional or come in and see us in person. Thank you. Any questions, comments, leave them below. Thank you.